Hey, what's up? Amelia here. Let's see what's making news. Millions of dead fish have appeared on the surface of the Darling River in New South Wales. But what's caused it? Josh can fill you in.
This is a sight and a scent that's pretty hard to avoid for residents in Menindee in New South Wales at the moment.
It'd have to be 1 million fish dead within, a kilometre of the river.
This is the 4th time in 6 years that mass amounts of fish have been killed in the area. But experts say this time around it's worse than ever. So what's causing it? Well, it's all because of something called hypoxic blackwater, which is when oxygen levels in the water, which the fish need to survive, become too low. You see, recent floodwaters dragged dirt, muck and bacteria back into the river. When the bacteria spreads, it uses up the oxygen in the water. And it was all made worse because of a big heat wave in the area over the weekend, resulting in a lot of dead fish. Now it's got locals who rely on the water from the river for washing and showering pretty worried. And a lot of them are pretty disappointed with how long it's taken for the government to respond.
As soon as they seen what was happening, they should have had that equipment here.
For now, authorities are testing and keeping a close eye on the water to figure out if it's still safe for people to use. And they're releasing fresh water from nearby lakes to put more oxygen back into the river to try to stop this from happening to more fish.
The International Criminal Court has put out an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin. The court says he's responsible for the illegal transfer of hundreds of children from Ukraine to Russia. But it gets a bit complicated because Russia isn't actually a member of the International Criminal Court, and he could only be arrested if he travels to a country that does recognise the court. Russia has denied the allegations and says the arrest warrant is outrageous. Now to sport, and the Aussies have had a win in cricket. Here's Justina to fill you in.
Australia has crushed India in their second one-day international. The Aussies bowled the hosts out for just 117, then chased it down with a whopping 39 overs to spare, without even losing a single wicket. It's a huge win, but this was easily the moment of the match, what's already being called the catch of the century, from stand-in skipper Steve Smith. 3, 2, 1, vroom! Over to Formula One, and Red Bull's Sergio Perez has secured the 5th victory of his F1 career at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Perez briefly lost the lead at the start of the race to Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso, but by the start of lap 4, there was no stopping him. The 2023 Super Netball season is officially underway. The Sunshine Coast Lightning, who were the 2022 Wooden Spooners, have bounced back, shocking the Giants in a 66-50 win. 2 Aussies have cleaned up at the Freestyle Ski World Cup in Kazakhstan. Danielle Scott claimed her first overall World Cup title, taking out the Crystal Globe for being the #1 aerial skier in the world for the 2023 season, while Laura Peel won gold in the Women's World Cup aerial final. Go team!
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. A bit like these next stories. This might look like your average run-of-the-mill golf tournament, but wait a second, is that a rattlesnake?
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yep, these players in Arizona were not expecting to be interrupted by this very slithery, very dangerous little visitor. Luckily, Aussie golfer Mark Leishman wasn't too fazed by it.
Yeah, it was a big fella actually. What, it was 5 or 6 footer? I've seen my fair share of snakes though in Australia.
Hey, is that the rock on a robot head? Whew, wasn't expecting that.
This is a device for video communication in 3 dimensions, so it allows you to move your head and talk to everybody in the room.
It's just one of the new inventions on display at the South by Southwest conference in the US. Okay, we've all seen a plane land before, but you won't be expecting this specky landing. Whoa, that was close. Yep, last week a stunt pilot landed on this tiny helipad in Dubai. He prepared by practicing the landing 650 times. And you know what they say? Practice makes you fly good. Oh, so he does like cheese. Twist. All right, see you tomorrow.